Well, Keds, welcome home. How does it feel to be back?
No, it's lovely. Just even walking out here is exciting for me. I've been looking forward to it. To be fair, obviously Ray got in contact with me a couple of weeks ago about it, and it was a no-brainer. And obviously we didn't have a game, so when I got time to get here, it's always a privilege to be here.
How is it compared to Kings Meadow?
Oh yeah, different. different. I'm sure the atmosphere is much different because obviously there's more space and obviously more fans now. But listen, even at Kings Meadow, it was a great atmosphere, and it was always a privilege to turn up every week, singing non-stop, and like in them sort of levels, you don't see that, and to play in front of that every week was amazing as well. So, but I'm sure it's a bigger atmosphere now, so I'm looking forward to today.
100%. Isn't quite the penalty spot at the Etihad Stadium as it was in 2011, but we thought we'd bring you next to this penalty spot here at Plough Lane. Just talk us through that moment, because obviously you're going to be remembered forever for that, we know that. But what was going through your head? Did you always know you were going to take the last penalty of the 5?
Yeah, literally, I've always done it my whole life. When it's gone to penalties, I've always wanted to be the 5th one. I don't know why. It just always seems to be that one, and yeah, I just felt confident. I just felt Seb was going to save another one, and like I said, in a lot of times in the interviews and stuff, and I pulled the boys and I was like, this is our time. So when it comes to that, I was like, I can't let these boys down because I've gone and said that, so I've got to score. But yeah, I don't even feel pressured. It was really weird that normally, even in game situations through the season, when you take penalties, I never get any fear of taking a penalty. But that one was just completely different. Obviously, there's a little bit in league games, but that one, I just knew I was scoring, and I was just actually thinking what we're going to do tonight once we win this game. So yeah, it was amazing day. So, and like you say, it's always going to be here for the rest of history of Wimbledon, and it's always going to be here for the rest of my life as well. So it's always a privilege to have that round in my career.
Were you always going to put your foot through it? So I know previous penalties you side-footed.
Yeah, because I side-footed a lot that year, and then I can't remember, I missed one. I think it was at home somewhere. And Simon Bass said to me, just smash it, no one's going to save it. When you hit a ball, no one's going to save it. And I remember I had one 2 weeks before and I smashed it. And then obviously that one, so I was always going to smash it because otherwise he'd have had a go at me. So I'd made sure I was smashing it.
That season was so special for you, obviously a lot of special moments. A lot of people talk about the Crawley goal, the header. Yeah. What do you remember about that? Because obviously a lot of people had the famous T-shirts with your face on and saying money can't buy everything, kind of thing.
It was a mad week. It was a really mad week, but I was never going there. Do you know what I mean? They obviously come in and put a bid in, and I don't know if that was just to upset where we were and they were in the league, first and second, just to upset your main striker. But who knows? And for all that to go through that week, and then obviously playing them on that day. I think it was a Friday night, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was on
Friday
TV.
night, and they was top of the league. We were second, and then to score the winning goal. Yeah, it was amazing feeling, and then obviously to have Steve Evans giving it to me afterwards was even better.
Amazing. And then would be rude not to talk about you and Mainy, obviously the brilliant, famous partnership.
Yeah. I'm
sure you're still in touch now.
Yeah.
Do you guys often talk about your time at Wimbledon when you get together?
Yeah, especially when we go to the pubs. That's all he ever talks about. He loves it, old Mainy. So yeah, we always talk about it, and it's the things we've done through the season, the funny things, even travelling in. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just such a good car school. You never forget, and that's what brought us together as a group. The whole group got on so well. Win, lose or draw. It was just such a good. Like, Terry Brown got a great changing room, and that's what got us through. And obviously Mainy was a part of that. Obviously, I know the year we got promoted, he missed a lot of it, but he was there every game. He was always in the change room. He played his part in it. So yeah, and obviously in the Conference South playing with him, I don't think there's been a better partnership than that. Still to now, I don't think there is. And
of course, you've moved into management yourself. Have you ever rang up Terry for a bit of advice?
No, I ain't actually. Nah.
Or Bass maybe.
I think I might do if I get up the leagues a bit more. But I should have enough at the minute in these leagues where we're at. But yeah, listen, I've not really spoken to Terry about managing because when I have seen him, I'm still playing. Do you know what I mean? So But yeah, I'm sure there'll be a conversation somewhere in my career.
Yeah, 100%. And you're at Croydon now, is that right?
Yeah.
What's that like? 'Cause obviously, two well-known owners in Wilfred Zaha and Stormzy. That must be quite an amazing opportunity for yourself to go into.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, I was obviously at Ashford before, and I'm starting to realise now that football is quite ruthless in the managerial side of it, of being just outside the playoffs and then getting sacked. Was just like, it was mind blowing. I couldn't get my head around it. But then obviously Croydon come across and given me time. So to build a squad, not just in 6 months, do you know what I mean? It's literally build a squad and get up the leagues as far as I can, and they've given me the leeway to do that. So yeah, and it's a great club. It's going to be a great club. They're looking at ambitions, and they actually brought up Wimbledon as well, like what they did and what they achieved, and so it's good to have. They're saying like it's good someone who's been in it, been around it, been playing in it, and that can push them to that sort of success, getting up the leagues.
We know what you're like. Could you still play, do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Well, we saw your goal, I think it was maybe last season for Chatham, almost halfway line. That was pretty special.
No, that was this year.
This year.
Yeah,
I thought it was this
Ashford,
year. Yeah.
From the halfway line, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've got 2 that game. Yeah, so I can still do it. My brain says I can do it, but I know my legs can.
Well, you've got your lad who's off camera here, Harvey,
Yeah.
who's obviously playing, and also is it your other son? Is it Preston?
Preston, yeah.
Preston. They're both playing. Do you give them a lot of advice? Obviously, being a former player yourself.
I do, but I don't think they listen, because that's just they're going their own way. Do you know what I mean? And I can only give them advice, but I hope they take it on. But yeah, we'll see. They've got a good career ahead of them, both of them. So I'm looking forward to that as well. That I've got 2 boys playing in football as well, and I love watching them every time I can. I love it. So it's, yeah, we'll see where it goes.
And this is Harvey's first time here.
Yeah.
Is it? You know, have you ever kind of explained to them like why you're so adored by like Wimbledon fans? Do you think they find it a bit hard to get their head around sometimes?
I think Harvey knows more because obviously he was on the pitch with us when picking the cup up, wasn't he? So yeah, so I think he knows more. I think he was like 7 or 8, so he understood what this club was about, and obviously from growing up for 3-4 years, I was at Wimbledon. He was always coming to the home game, so. Yeah, he knows more. Preston, not so much, but I'm sure he does. Looking when he sees things pop up, he always talks about it. So I think they do know what the history of this club has done, and so yeah, and obviously their dad being a part of it is amazing as well.
Amazing. And then where's your medal now and your shirt from that game? Have you still got them?
It's in my just call it man cave or
Nice.
whatever in me outside house. I've got my shirts out there all framed up. Ross Warner done it actually.
Yeah.
Ex-player, he done all my frames, and yeah, it's up there with my shirt I wore. Still got a bit of mud on it still as well, so with the medal and the picture of the penalty. So yeah, it's always going to be around all the time I'm here. So.
And then just lastly, how much does the club mean to you still to this day?
I always listen. You always, when I come off any game from a South playing or managing, every Saturday or Tuesday game, I'm always looking to see how Wimbledon got on, so it's always going to be close to my heart, and yeah, like I say, it's amazing to be here today and supporting them to get that win and obviously getting that 3rd or 2nd spot to get promoted.
Brilliant. Well, we hope you bring us good luck. Thanks for your time, Kez.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Mate.